Hello and welcome to InvestorToday.ca, brought to you by RBL Communications. In the studio today, online, I have Zachery Dingsdale. Zachery Dingsdale, who is the president and CEO of Taku Gold Corp, which is TAK on the Venture Exchange. Taku Gold Corp is a small-cap exploration company located in the White Gold District of the Yukon and is currently one of the largest claim holders in the region, with well over 76,000 hectares on their claims. Taku is fully financed and is drilling on its Portland property this season, along with completing numerous deep auger soil samples. Soils are required, of course, to correctly determine locations for additional trenching and eventually locating drill targets. Taku also intends to be drilling on their flagship property located in northern BC on Tagish Lake. Mr. Dingsdale, welcome to the show.
Thank you, David, for having me.
I see from from the most recent media release that Taku has completed its soil sampling project for the year, and I understand you've just returned from a recent trip to the property, so welcome back.
Well, thank you. We just at the end of August, I was able to take a long-awaited trip back up to the Yukon to take a look at the drill holes and the drill core as it's coming out of the Portland project. We've drilled 7 holes on that project to date, and what we're really going after is a high-grade zone of mineralization that we discovered late last year in a trenching program. And on trench number 4, we actually hit 97 grams per ton gold over 7 meters.
Wow.
So what we've done is in the first 6 holes of our drill program, we've attempted to intercept this zone of mineralization at depth underneath the trenches. And then on hole 7, we turned the drill around literally 180 degrees to test some old pits from underground mine workings dating back to 1910, when this was originally a high-grade, small high-grade artisanal underground mine.
So you've managed to acquire a property then that has some proven success in the past then?
Yeah, absolutely. There were 2 old showings with values up to 5 ounces per ton gold dating back to 1910. We picked this property up off of a prospector named Franz Vidmar, and Franz discovered the old pits and adits and underground workings. Since then, of course, we've done soil sampling, trenching, now drilling. And because of there has been a bit of a lag, a very large lag in the assay labs up in the Yukon because of all the work that's going on. We don't anticipate getting results back for 6 to 8 weeks. However, in the meantime, we are still awaiting assays back on approximately half of the soil samples that we've taken since the beginning of the exploration program in 2011. The results that we have that have come back have been very, very encouraging, to say the least. We've been able to find zones of mineralization or soil geochem anomalies, as we call them, on so far 7 of our 10 properties. And most recently, we actually, on the 12th of September, we announced very high-grade soil geochem anomalies on our Rose Butte property. And that Rose Butte property we picked up from Dawson-based prospector Sean Ryan, and of course Sean Ryan is the architect of the White Gold District gold rush that's been happening over the last few years. And on this Rose Butte property, we sampled up to 3.4 grams per ton, which is equal to 3,400 parts per billion gold. And to put that into perspective, the initial white gold discovery was discovered from soil samples that were around the 60 to 70 parts per billion range, and we're up to 3,400. So to put it into perspective, it's quite spectacular, and we're actually finding gold-bearing zones there up to 1.8 kilometers long.
Wow. Well, as we said at the outset, you are one of the largest land claim holders in the area, and obviously you're hoping to make some pretty incredible strikes this season. But one of the questions that comes to mind for me, because this has been a particularly hostile season for juniors, especially in the small cap on the TSX venture. Can we talk a little bit about how the current market conditions have affected your company and maybe future exploration plans?
Certainly, yeah. It's been trying times for investors, especially in this in all markets. And even though the gold price is at historically high levels, the juniors just haven't seen. They've been hit just as hard as any traditional type public companies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from a company standpoint, from an investment standpoint, it's been a little frustrating seeing the share prices of all these companies go where they have gone. But from a Taku standpoint, it's business as usual. Basically, at the beginning of the year, we set out to do about 25,000 soil samples, and we were hoping to do 5,000 meters of drilling at the beginning of the season,
mm-hmm.
and trenching. We accomplished all of our goals. We did the 25,000 soil samples, and but we were not able to complete all of our drilling because the labs just haven't given us back our soil samples yet,
mm-hmm.
and you really need those before you can put a drill in the ground. That being said, now that we have multiple discoveries on multiple properties, and we still have a significant amount of cash in the bank, we're well positioned for our drill programs and trenching programs for 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And this has always been a multi-year project for us and our shareholders. We added a significant value to our company with these discoveries in 2011, and we're quite excited to drill all of these prospects in 2012.
Well, that sounds extremely promising. And as you said, you are fully funded going into the next season as well, which, from what I can gather, is rather unusual for a company of your size, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and fully funded. I don't know if I would say fully funded. We're fully funded for some drilling. It all depends on how much drilling you want to do. You know, and this is the type of business where you could theoretically spend as much money as you want to in drilling. But we certainly have a significant amount of money at the end of this year to go well into our drill program for next year. It's just how aggressive we would like to be in that drill program. And once we have all of our soil sampling and our trenching results in, as well as our drill results from Portland, we'll be able to give shareholders an idea towards the end of the year of the size of drilling and exploration programs that we intend to do for the 2012 season.
Well, that sounds absolutely incredible. Now, is there anything that you can offer investors, perhaps, or any advice you could offer investors, people who are currently holding Taku shares, and maybe some of the listeners who may be thinking of putting Taku on their radar?
Well, you know what, we're as serious an exploration as you can get in the Yukon. We've been working out of the Yukon since 2005. We are intending to also drill our property in British Columbia before the start of the next year's Yukon season, and I think really patience with a lot of these exploration companies and public companies should pay off. We've got a very, very experienced exploration crew. We had 30 soil samplers and geologists on the project this year. They're all coming back next year, and we actually have one of the largest data sets of soil samples in all of the Yukon right now, with about close to 40,000 soil samples on all of our properties to date.
Well, that's fantastic. and hopefully those soils will come back with some positive numbers, and the share price will just continue to go up.
That's what we hope for.
Well, as always, I want to give you the last word, and then we'll bring it to a close.
Great. Well, once again, David, I appreciate you bringing us on the show to provide our shareholders and potential future shareholders an update on all of our projects. If any shareholders require further information, they can always phone our investor relations line at 1-800-610-9552, or they can take a look at our website at www.takugold.com. Also, we have spent a lot of effort on our Facebook and social media sites, so investors are encouraged to take a look at our Facebook page, and there's a lot of further information, such as this interview and others like it on that Facebook page.
Absolutely. Well, this has been InvestorToday.ca. I'm Dave Glover. I want to thank Zach Dingsdale, the president and CEO of Taku Gold Corp, trading on the TSX Venture under the symbol TAK. For more information, as Zach outlined there, you can go to the Taku Gold Corp website at www.takugold.com. And for additional interviews featuring small cap management, be sure to visit our site, InvestorToday.ca. On behalf of RBL Communications, I'm Dave Glover. Thanks for tuning in.